Sir, you're under neighborhood arrest. Daniel stands, trash bag in hand, as he savors the stillness of the morning. He pauses, almost serene, as he absorbs the peaceful atmosphere. The quiet of Cedar Ridge embraces Daniel as he readies for the day. In the tranquil morning air, Daniel finds a moment of quiet reflection. The tranquil morning is shattered by the sudden arrival of two figures clad in black tactical gear, their vests emblazoned with community enforcement. Marla Denton, arms crossed, stands defiantly between them. The contrast between the scene's serene backdrop and their aggressive posture sharpens the sense of impending conflict. The figures confront the quiet suburban scenery, their presence foreboding. The tranquility of the driveway is challenged by the trio's stern countenances, hinting at disruption. Under the relentless sun, Marla stands defiant, her bicycle a stark barrier against Daniel's escape. Marla declares with unwavering resolve, "Sir, you're under neighborhood arrest." Daniel, incredulous, questions the absurdity. Neighborhood arrest? You serious? The quiet suburban street becomes an unexpected arena, the tension thick under the summer heat. Marla's eyes narrow, her stance unwavering as she awaits Daniel's next move. Daniel leans back, contemplating Marla's bizarre declaration. In the driveway, a tall man obstructs Daniel's path, casting a long, ominous shadow. Daniel halts, his controlled tension evident as he carefully sets his coffee cup on the car. The tall man declares with cold authority, "You've ignored repeated notices. We're detaining you until the police arrive." Daniel's eyes narrow, a flicker of defiance crossing his face as he prepares to confront the challenge ahead. The morning air hangs heavy with unspoken threats, the ordinary driveway transformed into a battleground of wills. The coffee cup sits precariously on the car, a silent witness to the unfolding confrontation. Daniel stands in his driveway, flanked by two police officers. His voice, laced with amusement, cuts through the tense air. Curtains twitch across the street as neighbors watch with bated breath. With chilling confidence, Daniel declares, "Detain me? Boys, you have no idea how bad you just messed up." In the heart of Cedar Ridge, a street awakens from its slumber, drawn to the unfolding spectacle. Windows become portals to a shared drama, each frame telling a story of suspense and intrigue. The once peaceful street transforms into a stage, where every shadow and whisper amplifies the unfolding drama. A sea of screens reflects the collective gaze, capturing every fleeting moment of the unfolding event. Cedar Ridge holds its breath, united by the invisible threads of curiosity and anticipation. In Daniel's driveway, Marla confronts him, flanked by two figures in police-like uniforms. Marla's voice cuts through the air with unwavering resolve. "Mr. Pierce, you've had warnings. This ends today." Daniel responds with defiance and suspicion. "And what gives you the right to walk on my property with two men dressed like fake cops?" The two figures remain standing silently, flanking Marla, their presence adding to the tension. The confrontation hangs heavy in the air, a palpable standoff unfolding in Daniel's driveway. The driveway becomes a stage for confrontation. As the tall man advances, his shadow a looming omen, with veiled menace, the tall man delivers an ultimatum. "Sir, you can come peacefully, or we can make this harder." Daniel remains silent. The silent driveway amplifies the unspoken threat. In the stark expanse of Daniel's driveway, Daniel stands unyielding, his eyes narrowed in fierce resolve. His voice, though soft, cuts through the air with a palpable threat. Daniel's quiet warning echoes ominously. There is no such thing as community enforcement. He asserts his territory with a cold declaration. "You're trespassing." Daniel's final ultimatum hangs in the air. "You have 30 seconds to leave, before this turns into something you'll regret." A wave of shocked gasps sweeps through the crowd lining Cedar Ridge Street. In a synchronized motion, cell phones rise from the porches, transforming into a sea of digital lights. Every gaze converges on a single, unseen point holding the crowd in captivated suspense. Faces in the crowd reflect a mixture of shock and anticipation. The air crackles with tension as the crowd waits, their collective breath held in unspoken anticipation. Across the street, a teenage boy shatters the neighborhood's calm with a shout. The teenage boy shouts, his voice echoing, "Yo, Mr. Pierce, you're live right now. Thousands watching." His words hang in the air, a stark announcement in the quiet neighborhood. The silence stretches, amplifying the weight of his revelation. The stillness of the street is broken only by the distant hum of unseen spectators. In Daniel's driveway, a confrontation brews as Daniel steps defiantly into the tall man's path. The air thickens with tension as Daniel issues a chilling warning. "Touch the boy." And this ends very differently. The tall man freezes, sensing the controlled menace radiating from Daniel. Daniel's stance remains firm, a silent promise of retribution hanging in the air. The unspoken threat lingers, a palpable barrier between them. The driveway becomes a stage for a silent showdown, where words carry the weight of action. An oppressive silence descends upon Cedar Ridge Street, heavy with unspoken judgment. A chorus of disapproval rises as neighbors whisper, their faces etched with shock and anger. Whispers turn to outrage as they denounce, "This is wrong. They can't do this." Someone shouts, "Call the real police," and the tension ratchets up another notch. The air vibrates with collective indignation, each gaze a silent accusation. The neighborhood watches, poised on the edge of action, ready to intervene. In Daniel's driveway, Marla stands firm, her face a canvas of defiance and anger. Towering over her, Daniel's face is an impassive mask, barely containing the storm within. Marla's voice cracks with indignation. "Daniel Pierce, you think you're above the rules because of who you are?" Daniel's controlled fury surfaces, his voice a dangerous warning. "Careful, Marla. Real careful how you finish that sentence." In the open driveway, a tall man's hand dips into his vest, the gesture sharp and foreboding. The metallic echo of handcuffs reverberates ominously, amplifying the threat. The sound of metal on metal pierces the air, a stark warning hanging over the quiet neighborhood. The clinking handcuffs suggest violence. In the harsh sunlight of his driveway, Daniel finds himself cornered, his eyes betraying his rising panic. A towering figure, face flushed with unyielding authority, stands before Daniel, casting a long, foreboding shadow. The menacing glint of metallic cuffs catches Daniel's eye, each reflection a stark reminder of his predicament. The tall man's booming voice shatters the silence. "You're under neighborhood arrest." Daniel's gaze remains fixed on the shiny cuffs, a symbol of the absurd authority now looming over him. Trapped in his own driveway, Daniel faces an absurd sentence, the weight of neighborhood arrest heavy in the air. Daniel stands his ground, his gaze unwavering, his voice a controlled warning. His words cut through the tension. "Son, you take one more step with those cuffs, and you're looking at impersonation, unlawful restraint, assault, and a whole lot of prison time." Each word lands like a hammer blow, a stark challenge to the approaching figure. The air crackles with unspoken threats, the driveway transformed into a battleground of wills. Brock explodes forward with animalistic fury, teeth bared in a savage snarl. Daniel, a whirlwind of calculated movement, anticipates the attack with effortless grace. With lightning speed, Daniel seizes Brock's wrist, twisting it with ruthless efficiency. The metallic click of handcuffs echoes, sealing Brock's fate in a mere heartbeat. The crowd stands frozen, their murmurs silenced by the sudden, brutal display of force. Daniel's driveway becomes a stage for disbelief and outrage as a crowd gathers, their camera phones raised in unison. Initial gasps transform into a chorus of shouts, each voice laced with shock and anger. The crowd's collective voice rises, echoing the sentiment. "He didn't even fight him. He flipped the cuffs." The driveway, once a symbol of home, now echoes with accusations and disbelief. Each raised phone captures a moment of perceived injustice, amplifying the collective outrage. The scene escalates as the shouts intensify, creating a maelstrom of accusations and shock. Marla's shriek shatters the tense calm of Daniel's driveway, a desperate cry against the inevitable. Daniel stands firm, a hand resting reassuringly on Brock's shoulder, his expression a mask of resolve amidst the chaos. Marla's voice cracks with disbelief and anger. "You can't arrest him." Daniel's voice is steady, a stark contrast to Marla's hysteria. "I didn't. I detained him after he tried to restrain me, on my own property, until real law enforcement gets here." Tyler stands in the driveway, his face a mask of conflict. With a sudden, decisive motion, Tyler begins to rip off his vest patch. The sound of fabric tearing fills the air as the patch comes loose. Tyler's voice cracks with finality. "I'm out, man," he declares. "I didn't sign up for this." The ripped patch falls to the ground, a symbol of his departure. Daniel stands in his driveway, an unspoken tension hanging in the air. With a deliberate motion, Daniel reaches for his wallet, a subtle shift in his posture revealing a hidden authority. The glint of metal catches the light as Daniel's FBI badge emerges, a symbol of federal power. Daniel's eyes harden with purpose as he declares, "I'm Special Agent Daniel Pierce, Federal Bureau of Investigation." The badge gleams, a silent assertion of authority that cuts through the ordinary setting. The quiet suburban scene is now charged with the weight of Daniel's official identity. Marla stands in Daniel's driveway. Her face loses its color, and her expression hardens with disbelief. Marla's voice cracks with outrage. "This is abuse of power." Daniel steps closer, his tone laced with chilling certainty. "No, Marla. This is what real power looks like, when you've been pretending to have it." Marla stares at Daniel, the realization of her own vulnerability sinking in. The night on Cedar Ridge Street erupts in a kaleidoscope of red and blue as flashing lights cut through the darkness. Steel grinds against asphalt as the patrol cars come to a halt, their presence casting long, ominous shadows. Figures emerge from the vehicles, their faces etched with grim determination in the pulsing light. Each step taken is measured, deliberate, as the officers advance into the unknown. In the bright morning sun, Daniel raises his hand, something glinting in his palm. With unwavering resolve, Daniel declares, "Agent Pierce, FBI." He presents his ID, a symbol of authority in the stark morning light. Daniel continues, his voice sharp. "ID ready." Accusation laces his tone as he asserts, "Suspect attempted unlawful restraint while impersonating law enforcement." The morning air crackles with tension as the confrontation escalates. In the stark light of day, a senior officer's scrutiny intensifies as he examines the badge. The senior officer nods, his curt gesture sealing Daniel's fate. With cold authority, the senior officer declares, "We'll take him from here." Daniel's driveway transforms into a scene of silent dread. The senior officer's words echo, sealing Daniel's unknown fate. The promise of departure hangs heavy in the air. In Daniel's driveway, an officer turns, his expression betraying nothing as he faces Marla. The officer's voice cuts through the air with a tone of disbelief. "Ma'am, did you authorize these men to act as law enforcement?" Marla responds, her tone laced with conviction. "I authorized community enforcement." Marla defends her actions, her words sharp. "My job is to maintain standards." In Daniel's driveway, an officer stands, a fortress of composure amidst the turmoil. The officer maintains a composed demeanor. The officer's voice cuts through the tension. "Your job does not include impersonating police." His words carry the weight of authority. "We'll need you to come downtown for questioning." The officer is waiting for a response. In Daniel's driveway, Marla stands firm, an unyielding figure against the setting. Daniel approaches, his expression a mask of resolve as he confronts the HOA president. Marla's voice cuts through the air with indignant disbelief. "You can't arrest me. I'm the HOA president." Daniel halts, his gaze unwavering as he retorts with cold precision. "Exactly. You should have known better." Marla's defiance begins to waver, replaced by a flicker of realization. The weight of Daniel's words hangs heavy as the reality of her actions sinks in. Neighbors watch with judgmental eyes as Marla is escorted away. Marla's shoulders slump, embodying defeat as officers guide her. The officers gently steer Marla toward the waiting cruiser. The neighbors whisper, "About time. She's finished." The cruiser waits, a symbol of Marla's downfall. In the stark interrogation room, Marla sits, her defeat palpable. The sterile environment amplifies her sense of isolation. The detective sits across from her, an unreadable expression on his face. The weight of the situation presses down on Marla, trapping her in despair. In the sterile interrogation room, Tyler's calm posture belies the nervous flicker in his eyes. He leans forward, eager to cooperate, a subtle desperation creeping into his voice. Tyler recounts Marla's words, a shadow of disbelief crossing his face. "She promised me authority, detective." His voice rises with a mixture of longing and frustration. "That's all she ever talked about. Authority to change things, to make a difference." A serene Sunday morning in Cedar Ridge, the quiet street hints at concealed stories. Scattered leaves dance silently, whispering forgotten secrets along the curb. A discarded newspaper reveals a shocking headline. HOA president detained after confrontation with FBI agent. The screaming headline shatters the calm, hinting at hidden turmoil beneath the surface of suburban life. Under the stark glare of fluorescent lights, a long mahogany table dominates the room. Around the table, faces are etched with worry, mirroring the gravity of the situation. Scattered papers lie across the table, silent witnesses to the urgent discussions. An unspoken tension hangs heavy in the air, stifling any sense of ease. Each face reflects a deep concern, as if bearing the weight of the world. The harsh light amplifies every line of worry, every shadow of doubt. Around the mahogany table, board members gather, their faces masks of resolve and remorse. The air thickens with the echo of the vote, a unanimous decision sealing Marla's fate. Regret etches deeper lines into their faces, a silent admission of the weight they carry. The mahogany table reflects their somber visages, each face a study in conflicted emotions. The room holds its breath, the gravity of their collective action pressing down like a shroud. In the heavy silence, the absence of Marla looms large, a palpable void in the room's atmosphere. Beneath the open sky of Cedar Ridge, neighbors reconvene, the air now filled with laughter and camaraderie. Tables overflow with a colorful array of potluck dishes, promising a feast of community spirit. In the distance, children's joyous shouts punctuate the scene, their game of tag a symbol of renewed hope. As a hush falls, all eyes turn toward Daniel, poised to speak from a humble stage. The community gathers, united in anticipation, ready to listen to Daniel. The community of Cedar Ridge gathers, their faces turned toward Daniel, eager to hear his words. Bathed in the afternoon sun, Daniel's gaze is firm, his purpose undeniable. Daniel speaks, his words carrying the weight of conviction. Real authority doesn't hide behind fake vests or threats. It serves, it protects, and it answers to the law. His declaration hangs in the air, a challenge and a promise. At Cedar Ridge, a community gathering unfolds, painting a scene of warmth and invitation. The air buzzes with laughter and chatter, creating an atmosphere of joyful connection. If you want respect, build trust. Fear doesn't last. Truth does, a voice echoes. The community stands united, embodying values of trust and truth. The quiet of Saturday morning blankets Daniel's porch as he observes the awakening street. He places his coffee on the railing, its steam rising gently into the cool morning air. Daniel's gaze sweeps across the street, sensing a newfound unity among the houses. The street comes alive, each house a part of a larger, harmonious picture. Daniel, watching, feels the pulse of a community reborn. The morning sun bathes Cedar Ridge Street, awakening a sense of renewed hope as lawns buzz with activity. Children's laughter echoes through the air, a symphony of joy that fills the once quiet streets. A tapestry of community life unfolds, weaving together the simple moments of neighborly connection. Normalcy returns, painting a vivid picture of resilience and unity. Each home exudes warmth, creating a haven of comfort and belonging. The heart of Cedar Ridge beats anew, stronger and more vibrant than ever. Inside the Stark FBI office, Daniel sits amidst towering stacks of files, his focus absolute. The fluorescent lights cast a cold glare, highlighting the weight of the cases before him. The silence shatters as his phone rings, a jarring intrusion into his intense concentration. The sudden ring cuts through the quiet, pulling him from the depths of his investigation. In the director's office, Daniel sits, bathed in sunlight, awaiting judgment. Dust, motes dance in the air, each particle a silent witness to the unfolding scene. The director leans back, a subtle smile hinting at hidden thoughts. Daniel, I want to commend you on your handling of the HOA situation. The director begins, his voice measured. He acknowledges Daniel's skill. It was a delicate matter, and you navigated it with remarkable skill. In the director's office, the American flag stands in the corner. Sunlight illuminates dust motes as the director gestures for Daniel to sit. Daniel, we have a situation, a delicate one. It involves corruption. High up. This could get messy, and I suspect you might face some resistance from unexpected corners. Daniel ambles into the park, his eyes tracing the contours of the familiar landscape. The air vibrates with youthful laughter as children frolic freely, their joy unrestrained. Couples walk hand in hand, their bond a silent promise amidst the vibrant scenery. Seniors engage in a battle of wits over a chessboard, their focus absolute. A gentle smile graces Daniel's lips, a subtle tribute to the harmony he has fostered. His heart swells with a quiet pride, a testament to the positive ripples he has set in motion. In the dead of night, Daniel is hunched over his desk, the glow of the computer screen casting shadows across his weary face. Books and files surround him, a testament to his relentless pursuit of the truth. The weight of responsibility is palpable, etched deeply into every line of his face. Each document, each piece of evidence, a stark reminder of the immense challenges that lie ahead. In the quiet stillness of his study, Daniel confronts the daunting task before him, his determination unwavering. Under the cloak of night, a suspicious car prowls Cedar Ridge Street. The vehicle creeps forward, its presence a silent threat in the quiet neighborhood. Daniel's home becomes the focus of unwelcome attention, its walls unknowingly harboring secrets. The car lingers, a harbinger of unseen dangers and escalating stakes in the unfolding drama. Inside the tense FBI office, Daniel stands firm at the head of the table, surrounded by his focused team. Evidence litters the table files, photographs, and sealed bags hinting at unseen stories. The weight of determination hangs heavy, a silent promise to chase shadows into the light. The team leans in closer, absorbing the details, each face etched with resolve. The air crackles with unspoken intensity, a collective breath before the storm. Under harsh fluorescent lights, the FBI office pulsates with barely contained tension. Files and tactical maps cover the table, clues scattered like pieces of a dangerous puzzle. Unspoken anxieties fill the air, a palpable weight on every agent's shoulders. Each member acutely aware of the powerful adversaries they are about to confront. The controlled tension hangs heavy, a prelude to the storm about to break. The town hall glows, casting a warm light over Cedar Ridge as night descends. Inside, a sea of concerned faces fills the hall. There murmurs a low hum of anxiety. Daniel sits among them, his expression serious, his attention fixed on the speaker. The weight of the town's worries hangs heavy in the air, thick with unspoken fears. Every shadow seems to amplify the community's shared unease, deepening the collective tension. Under the open sky of Cedar Ridge, a politician commands attention, his words echoing with the promise of change. His voice rings out, each word a pledge of protection, as he vehemently assures the residents of his unwavering commitment. "I assure you," he declares, his tone resonating with conviction, "I am committed to protecting you from corruption and abuse of power." In the Stark office, Daniel's focus is absolute, his grip tight on the device that now holds a threat. The screen glares, casting an ominous light on Daniel's face. Each word, a burning brand. The message is stark: back off the corruption case or face dire consequences. The warning echoes in his mind, a chilling reminder of the stakes. Inside the bustling FBI office, an investigator ignores the looming danger, his determination solidifying his focus. His focus sharpens, and the weight of the investigation bears down, fueling his resolve. He leans forward, undeterred by the shadows, his pursuit of truth intensifying. Unwavering, he presses forward, a beacon of resolve against the approaching storm. In Cedar Ridge, Daniel's casual glance turns into a moment of chilling realization as he senses danger lurking nearby. Across the street, a suspicious figure emerges, their gaze fixed intently on Daniel, heightening the sense of immediate threat. The weight of recognition sinks in as Daniel realizes the gravity of his situation. He is being watched, targeted. A knot tightens in Daniel's stomach, his initial apprehension solidifying into undeniable certainty. The realization dawns: he is the hunted. Deep into the night, Daniel and his team are absorbed in their work, their faces lit by the cold light of computer screens. Evidence is strewn across desks, each piece meticulously examined. The air buzzes with focused energy as they prepare for a major operation. The weight of the impending operation is palpable in the tense atmosphere. Under the cloak of night, the warehouse stands ominous, its secrets veiled in shadow. Daniel leads his team, their figures tense with anticipation, ready to confront the unknown. The air vibrates with tension as the agents prepare to breach the silent fortress. Daniel signals, his gaze unwavering, as they approach the threshold of the forbidden. The door looms, a gateway to the illicit, as they brace themselves for the confrontation. Chaos explodes as Daniel and his team are ambushed, gunfire echoing through the vast warehouse. Corrupt officials unleash a hail of bullets, turning the warehouse into a deadly arena. Bullets ricochet wildly, striking metal shelves and concrete pillars. Daniel ducks behind a metal shelf, narrowly avoiding a barrage of gunfire. The warehouse reverberates with the deafening roar of gunfire as the battle intensifies. Within the stark confines of the warehouse, Daniel moves with the focused agility of a seasoned hunter. His hands work with practiced precision, disarming the main suspect with swift, decisive movements. Each motion is economical, each action precise, reflecting years of disciplined training. He secures the suspect, a figure now rendered powerless, his fate sealed by Daniel's unwavering resolve. With justice delivered, Daniel stands as a silent guardian, the warehouse echoing with the weight of his actions. The courtroom is filled with solemn faces, the air thick with anticipation. Sunlight pierces through the high windows, illuminating dust motes that dance like fleeting memories. Once towering figures, the defendants now sit hunched, their expensive suits betraying their fall from grace. The prosecutor stands tall, a beacon of righteous anger in the somber chamber. In the tense atmosphere of the courtroom, Daniel stands tall at the witness stand, a beacon of confidence amidst the legal fray. With a deliberate motion, he gestures towards the array of documents and digital displays, each piece of evidence a testament to relentless dedication. The courtroom watches intently as the meticulously gathered evidence speaks volumes, revealing a narrative woven with precision and undeniable truth. His serious gaze sweeps across the room, reinforcing the gravity of the revelations about to unfold. In the charged silence of the courtroom, the jury foreman rises, his solemn face a mirror of the gravity within. His voice cuts through the air as the weight of anticipation crushes the room. All eyes fixate on him. The official sits rigidly, his composure cracking as a bead of sweat betrays the turmoil within. With a single damning word, the jury foreman shatters the silence. Guilty. Under the radiant sun, Cedar Ridge comes alive with a community celebration, laughter echoing through the streets. Music fills the air, weaving through the crowd as the community unites in a symphony of joy. Faces beam with hope and relief as the community turns to Daniel, their gratitude palpable in the air. In a moment of collective appreciation, the community honors Daniel, their faces reflecting a shared sense of hope and renewal. Under the open sky, Daniel stands tall at the podium, his voice carrying over the crowd, a beacon of resolve amid the festive banners. The banners dance in the breeze, their colors a vibrant backdrop to Daniel's unwavering stance. The savory scent of barbecue drifts through the air, a comforting aroma that underscores the gravity of Daniel's message. Daniel's voice rings out, a call to action. We must remain vigilant, always standing up for what is right. The crowd listens intently, their eager faces reflecting the weight of Daniel's words, united in a shared commitment. Sunlight floods the FBI office, a beacon of hope and justice. Daniel stands tall, a figure of quiet strength. The director affixes the Medal of Honor, a symbol of extraordinary valor. Colleagues watch with admiration, their faces reflecting respect and gratitude. A banner proclaims, "For bravery and dedication to justice, an enduring testament to their commitment." Inside the bustling FBI office, a moment of quiet reflection amidst the relentless pursuit of justice. The weight of past challenges lingers. The importance of the work becomes clear. A deep breath as the commitment is renewed. Focus sharpens, ready to face the next challenge. The drive to protect and serve remains unwavering. Under the radiant sun of Cedar Ridge, Daniel begins his stroll down a picturesque street where the trees whisper secrets in the gentle breeze. He passes Mrs. Gable, her hands adorned with thorns as she lovingly tends to her roses. Young Timmy whizzes by on his bicycle, his laughter echoing through the tranquil neighborhood. Mr. Henderson waves, his smile reflecting the warmth of the day as he meticulously washes his car. The street of Cedar Ridge bustles with life, each corner telling a story of resilience and unity. In the heart of Cedar Ridge, a figure emerges as a beacon, embodying hope and justice for all. The community rallies, their faces reflecting a shared vision of a brighter, more equitable future. The street transforms into a stage where dreams take flight, and the pursuit of justice becomes a collective symphony. In the cozy confines of his home, Daniel reclines in his armchair, a book resting unopened on his lap. Lost in thought, his gaze drifts towards the warm glow of the fireplace, a gentle smile gracing his lips. He basks in the quietude of the evening, savoring the peaceful moment with a soft, contented expression. The tranquil atmosphere envelops him as he fully embraces the serenity of his surroundings. Inside Daniel's quiet home, the sudden ring of his phone shatters the calm. Daniel answers the call, his face unreadable as he listens. The voice on the other end speaks. "Daniel, we have a new case that requires your immediate attention." As the words sink in, Daniel's expression hardens. The gravity of the situation dawns on Daniel. Inside Daniel's home, a resolve hardens within him, igniting his gaze with steely determination. A challenge accepted, a silent smile hints at the relentless spirit within Daniel. He knows his work is never truly done. The weight of responsibility settles on Daniel's shoulders, accepted with quiet resolve. The subtle smile deepens. He is ready for what comes. Under the vast sky of Cedar Ridge, Daniel prepares to embark on his new mission, his resolve hardening with each step. With unwavering determination, Daniel steps forward, ready to confront the challenges that lie ahead. Daniel strides confidently down the street, a beacon of hope for the community he vows to protect. The street of Cedar Ridge stretches before him, an open invitation to right wrongs and bring justice to those in need. Daniel moves with purpose, a guardian of justice, his presence a promise of safety and security. The spirit of Cedar Ridge rallies behind Daniel, their shared hope fueling his unwavering commitment to justice. Bathed in sunlight, Cedar Ridge unfolds a picture of suburban tranquility. Amidst this peaceful facade, an FBI agent stands a sentinel of unwavering resolve. He is a figure of intense focus, his presence a silent promise of vigilance. His stance reflects unwavering dedication. He is ready for whatever lies ahead. Sunlight filters through the cedar trees, casting a gentle, dappled light across Cedar Ridge Park. At a weathered wooden chess table, Daniel sits deep in thought, his brow furrowed in concentration. Across from him, a neighbor waits patiently, the chess pieces arranged between them like silent warriors. In this brief respite from the day's demands, Daniel contemplates his next move, seeking a moment of peace in the game. Sunlight filters softly through the cedar trees, painting the park in a gentle dance of light and shadow. A neighbor approaches Daniel, their face radiating genuine gratitude and warmth. The neighbor seizes Daniel's hand, gratitude shining in their eyes. The neighbor's voice is filled with heartfelt appreciation. "Thank you for your service, Daniel, and for making our community a better place." The night sky casts a soft glow on Daniel's face as he stands by the window, lost in thought. Starlight paints his weary face, each line telling a story of burdens carried. His eyes reflect the vastness of the night, mirroring a life filled with contemplation and introspection. The weight of countless burdens etches itself into the very lines of his face. He is a silhouette against the starlit sky, a solitary figure grappling with destiny. In the quiet solitude, the stars bear witness to a life lived and lessons learned. Dawn breaks over Cedar Ridge, painting the sky with hues of hope and heralding a new day. The rising sun symbolizes not just a new beginning, but also the relentless pursuit of justice in Cedar Ridge. The light touches every corner of Cedar Ridge, a silent promise of change and resolution. Cedar Ridge awakens, bathed in the light of a new dawn, ready to face the ongoing battle for what is right.